So the Jay Hill run, a snowball's chance in Hill, the incredible turnaround of Weber State's corrupt football crime is over. He's going to take the BYU, job, which don't surprise me. His last game up there in Montana State, Josh Davis is so metaphorical to this. That game was such a dud and such a fizzle. Do I think it's a mistake by Jay? Well, money matters. He's going to get a big one. I don't know. He did what he had to do at Weber State. He lost a lot of heartbreakers, but he sure turned that program around. And more power to him is all I got to say. Do I think he'll be unhappy he did it? I don't know. Well, I don't know. But it's over. He produced players like Rashid Shaheed. Well, he didn't produce them. But he had a hell of a run at Weber State. Never got over that fucking hump. Heartbreakers that, hell, the last play of the game in the spring season, the Salukis beat them at home. I did the play-by-play in the end zone of the main game. 14-point favorites that got beat in the tournament at home. That push in the back by Jonah Williams, who plays for the Rams now, in James Madison, heartbreaking. So, and this season was really a heartbreaker, snapgate. So it's over. Jay Hill's going to take the defensive coordinator job at BYU. So I'll be up at the stadium today. I'm going to try to talk to Jay today. And just remember this. And nobody knows more about Weber State football than Kevin Blanche. I've been there the entire time, and Jay knows it. I call him a snowball's chance in Hill. He turned around that corrupt piece of shit program, local players. There's more to what he did at Weber State than wins and losses. He changed the entire culture. Now, who will get named the head coach? God only fucking knows. Because it's a mess up there. The athletic department's a joke. What they did in the basketball program. Randy Ray destroyed that program. He had great players and everything, but they didn't even do a search for the basketball coach, and the basketball team's horrible. But I don't know, but that athletic department, I have no trust in them as far as a new hire goes. Gary Anderson's hanging around up there. I don't think he'll take it, but I'm for that, and these players that played for Jay are all too young. He hasn't been there that long. So anyway, I'll send this to Jay. I cannot say enough about what he's done at Weber State. Now remember, his wife had leukemia. It wasn't really a life-threatening leukemia, but it was leukemia. And, they made a big deal of it. I had AML leukemia, and I was doing the play-by-play the whole time, and I was struggling to stay alive, and they gave me no fucking publicity, nothing. My story is similar to this guy's, the great Rashid Shaheed, and I can't say enough about what he's done. He's such a mentor to my grandchildren. My grandchildren are athletes, and they know Rashid personally. They know him well. I shot the video. I did play-by-play the entire time Rashid was there, and he tore that ACL his last play. Shouldn't have been in the game. And barely squeaked out making a practice squad when he had been a first-rounder. And look what he's doing. He's had to fight his way to play. So Jay Hill's last game up in Montana State, I had a feeling that home game a couple weeks ago that the committee would screw them, which they did. And I had a really eerie feeling when Jay walked out the field and I talked to him, and they, his last game at home, they won regular season, but I had this weird feeling that was it, and his last game is the incredible Josh Davis. And their last games up at Montana State was a real fizzle, a real dud. But it's over. What a run he had. What a fucking run he had. So more power to you, Jay. More power to you. BYU, huh? Oh, boy. But, Jay played at Utah. We lost our great offensive coordinator to BYU. So I don't know who's going to get the job, but they're going to have to go through Kevin Blanche, I'll tell you that, because I'm going to be in all the athletic department's ear today. You know, we got to keep this local players, everything going. The number one defensive player in the state of Utah this year is my little nephew, and Jay recruited him. So will that change everything? Yeah, my guess is instead of going to Weber, he'll go to BYU now. I don't know, but hell of a run Jay had. Hell of a run. Hell of a run. He turned the most corrupt football program in the United States. And oh, I know, I was there the whole time. The most corrupt, losingest program in the country. He turned it around and turned them into a winning that recruited local players. 75% of that team are local players. And so who's going to get that job? But keep that culture going. Don't fuck it up there at Weber. So Jay Hill's incredible career is over at Weber State. I had a hunch. I had a really sick feeling. You know, I was on the football field listening to the game and shooting videos, and there was 2 black cats fucking ran across the track. And I'm like, I had this feeling when Jay walked off the field. I talked to Jay his last game when he walked off the field at Weber State. I talked to him right as he came off. And I had this feeling, you know, the way he looked at me, whatever, that was it. So, what a run, man. What a run. But it's over. It's over. Stay tuned.